is a good day to everyone. For today, we are going to bake Mamon with buttercream topping. Now, Mamon is a chiffon base, of course. And then, what we need to do first is to prepare the pan. Okay? Now, we are using now Mamon molders. And so, like this. If in case that you do not have Mamon molders, then ensaymada molders, the one that you use when you prepare ensaymada, that can also be used. Or if no ensaymada molder and no Mamon molder, then muffin pans will do. Now, if you do have this paper lining, it is better. Okay, what you need to do is just to put the paper lining in here. Okay, and then later on we'll pour the mixture in here. But if you do not have this paper molder, so what you do is that you cream softened butter and you apply butter into this grease, but do not use oil, but rather use softened creamed butter. Okay, so there you go. So this is now the Mamon molders that we are going to use later. Okay, now we'll start first with the sifting of the flour. And to this, we'll now be adding 1 teaspoon of baking powder and 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Now, if in case that you do not have cake flour, then what you need to do, if you need 1 cup of cake flour, you could replace it with one, 1 cup of all-purpose flour. And then you remove 2 tablespoons from that and replace that with 2 tablespoons of cornstarch. So that is a substitution for if in case you do not have cake flour. Now, what we need to do now is to sift this 3 times. Now, sifting this 3 times will incorporate air. So we'll do this for 3 times. Now, remember that I've already added the baking powder and the fine salt into here. Okay, now we have here the mixture for the egg yolk or the egg yolk mixture. So this is now the 4 eggs, the half cup of castor powder, and half cup of fresh milk, and 1/4 cup of canola oil or corn oil, and of course the sifted flour that we sifted a while ago. So what we do now, on another bowl, then we mix all together the egg yolks. And then the castor sugar. Now, you can make your own homemade castor sugar by just putting a regular sugar, the regular granulated sugar, into a blender. And that blend it for just a few minutes or even few seconds only. And then you could come up with your own castor sugar. Castor sugar kasi is the refined sugar. And you need this because this is a chiffon-based type of cake. Actually, there are available castor sugar in the market. But if you do have a blender in your own homes, then go ahead and make your own castor sugar. Okay? And now, we add a half cup of fresh milk. and the 1/4 cup of, it is important that you use canola oil or corn oil because we are already on cakes. So this is canola oil. And you mix it all together. And now we add the sifted cake flour. Just continue on mixing this until this becomes smooth. These are now for the egg white mixture or the meringue. Now remember that we have 4 eggs and then we separated the egg yolks from the egg white. Now, eggs are best separated when it is still cold, but it is best beaten when it is at room temperature. Now, for you to achieve that soft peaks volume later on, it is important that your egg white should not contain any hint of egg yolk in it, and of course the bowl should be cleaned. Okay? And to this we add now the cream of tartar. This is the half teaspoon of cream of tartar. Again, if you do not have cream of tartar, then you could replace that with vinegar or calamansi juice. Okay, and now we'll beat this at medium speed. We will be beating the egg whites at medium speed until it is foamy, and then we'll add the sugar. Then we add the sugar gradually. Look like the consistency of a whipped cream. Okay? So even if you do this, it will not move. So we stop from here. Now here is our egg yolk mixture and our egg white mixture, and then we'll combine these together. Now how do we do that? Is that again gradually we add the meringue or the egg white mixture into the egg yolk, and you do the cutting and the folding. So it's now okay. It's just as if it's got the consistency of a kind of melted ice cream. So now what we do next is to pour this into the Mamon molds. You could use an ice cream scoop if you want. Or I am now using my 1 cup of a dry measuring cup. But if you have ice cream scoop, then go ahead. And then you have to fill this only about 3/4 full. And then once that you're done with pouring the mixture into the mold, what you do next is to tap this only once, just to remove the excess air. So you already just do like that. Tap it only once. And you continue pouring this into the individual muffin molds. Now I am using this 4.5 inch Mamon mold, but you could do other size. You could use other sizes. Here is now our Mamon mixture that is ready to be baked at 325 degrees Fahrenheit oven for about 25 minutes. The yield is 8 Mamons, but the Mamon molder is 4.5 inches in diameter. And since I have a little excess, so I made one. There's about 3 inches in diameter. So 8 for 4.5 inch diameter and 1 for the 3 inches diameter. So now it's ready to be baked. Now while waiting for the momon to be baked, it is already inside the oven. We now prepare the buttercream topping. Now this is the half cup of softened butter. This is the half cup of powdered sugar and the 1 tablespoon of powdered milk. Any brand of powdered milk will do. Now, the powdered sugar. But and then the milk. But milk can be optional. If you do not have milk, then it's okay. It will be fine if it will just be the butter and the sugar. But better if you will be adding powdered milk. Then you just continue on creaming this until you get this consistency. And then later on, we'll use this as a topping for our mamon. After baking, then we let the mamon cool down. And once it's cooled down, then we'll apply the buttercream topping and sprinkle grated cheese.